Do you think that the universe supports you, or do you think that it doesn't? Actually, it's none of those because the universe is you. And what actually happens is it's either you support you or you don't support you. And the universe or the Akasha's Chronicles, the space, the everything, the energy is just a big mirror. And this thought can be overwhelming if you've been strongly believing that the universe is against you, or you need to do something to deserve something else. In order to have something, you need to maybe sacrifice something. But the thing is, anything, literally anything you believe, materializes one way or another. And there are things you believe in on the conscious level, and there are things you believe in on the unconscious level. And the unconscious level goes deep into the feelings and even more interesting thing, which is the hidden motivation, where very often we believe that, okay, so let's say on the conscious level we want something, but on the unconscious level, on this feeling level, on this operational system level, we actually don't want to get it because we are positive that, for example, money comes with great responsibility and you won't be able to handle it. That the relationship you want comes with a lot of pain, which you haven't processed from some experience before, and you are deeply terrified of that particular feeling and of coming anywhere near it. Therefore, you're actually not wanting to give it toward to yourself. And if you believe in the universe, the law of attraction, you probably believe that in the quantum field you attract everything you are. But what if all of this is matrix and an illusion of an experience? What if all of this is created by you as an infinite being of light, where there is no time and space? And you are the only conscious / half unconscious being that is creating it all. And the universe is just the part of your body. It is an external part of your body. It is a bit more external than your physical body, but what if it's just another layer of your body? And it's not only about the frequency you're in that attracts these things, but it's you having certain experiences internally. So probably if you've ever been doing some good type of manifestation, you might have noticed that once and everyone actually talks about it all the time, once you have something, once you have the feeling of, for example, love, that's when externally it'll come to you. When you feel betrayed, that's something that will come to you sometimes. Or those patterns in life, whenever something just keeps happening and you just don't know how to stop it. Maybe from different people you experience the same pattern, with different people you experience the same situation. some people never lose money. Some people lose money all the time. Some people never get this issue with when they walk on the street and the bird accidentally, makes them dirty, I'd say. And some people have it all the time. And those are the types of loops I'm talking about. I once knew a girl who was constantly having boyfriends who used to love their exes, and it was like it just happened 3 times in a row. So that's what I'm talking about. Those things that just keep coming up for some reason. And what if you create it for yourself, because that's just your external body? Once again, not necessarily that you're aware of it. Of course, it's always deeper, it's always on this very, very subconscious level, which in the normal state, in the normal way we operate, usually most of us don't have access to it. And going into it is kind of boring and painful sometimes, but it's also extremely rewarding, because basically you got to touch the very operational system of the entire reality. And once you do it long enough, and a lot, you start perceiving reality as a part of your body. You start living this way. It feels like a video game. But to start, it feels daunting. It feels terrifying. It feels painful. However, it can help to know that some other people actually have been doing it, to know that you're not alone with it and that it pays off. And if you're really fed up with something, you really, really, to the point where, okay, I can't live this way any longer, you might want to try it. So looking at those things and situations that keep occurring and seeing how you feel about it, seeing what type of feeling comes up every time any of those things occurs, because that exact feeling is what's firing it. What this exact feeling inside of you, in your, let's say, subconscious body, makes it appear on the external body, which is very external body, because it's not just this physical body, which is the universe. You're gonna see that once you go into it, see where it's coming from, and feel it fully, breathing into it, not running away from it, even though your entire brain and nervous system was always trained to keep you as away from it as possible, because it just wanted to keep you safe, which ironically puts you in danger on the external body of universe, because it just keeps happening to you until you actually dissolve it internally. So you go into it, you breathe into it, you cry about it, but the most important about it is to breathe, because if you feel the emotion but you don't breathe into it, you won't be able to dissolve it. You will be just I don't know, indulging a pain in a way. A lot of people actually also get addicted to pain. Some people also get addicted to being a victim, because in a way it's sweet and attractive, definitely very attractive. You're not responsible for anything, but at the same time you get to be in the state of feeling which your nervous system absolutely subconsciously or accidentally um, fell in love with or just became addicted to. And that's what you're looking for everywhere in, I don't know, abusive relationship, um, in aloof friends, in just like struggling over those dramas or soap operas. And that's actually very interesting to see those patterns if you've been able to notice any of those negative things or feelings you don't prefer, the addiction to those feelings you don't prefer to experience in general. That's a huge thing. That's a huge awareness. And wow, honestly, that's almost half of a job already. And then going into it is another 50% of this um, journey, I'd say. And if you're brave enough, or if you've just been fed up enough and you decided to do that, it might take an hour, it might take 2 hours. When I was starting to do that, it used to take me a few days, really, just being in the uncomfortable state, having an incredible urge to just put on a show and forget about it, or some music, or grab a glass of wine and, I don't know, go to some maybe party or wherever where I will be like to the cinema, or I'll be able to distract myself from it. But that's the thing, I decided strongly to just feel this feeling unless it comes up enough for me to be able to feel it and address it and breathe into it. And the more you do it, the faster it happens, and the more aware you become of your internal structure. And you will see that once you do this on the outside, the entire reality, universe, energy, karma, whatever, like God, which is Buddha, Jesus, people believe in different things. And so this universe, which is just their external body, kind of reflects things back at them in the way they prefer, which they define themselves. So if they believe in karma, it comes through karma. If they believe in Jesus, it comes through Jesus. It comes through maybe some religious, like maybe Jesus comes to them in their dreams or something like that. Well, if they don't believe in anything, nothing actually happens. Also, that's very interesting how our external body, which is the universe, is not just that tangible one which we see, the 3D, but it's also the entire spiritual world is the very same thing. And what is interesting, the afterlife experiences is the very same thing, which goes so deeply because we don't even on the conscious level have access to see where things come from, as they can be rooted in the experience from 30 years ago when you were 1 year old. You heard somebody talking of something, you might have understood because somehow we understand even since we're in the womb. I don't know, maybe we're just reading vibrations or the chemicals which mom produces, or mom's body produces once she feels something or anything, and we got programmed and we read, okay, that's probably how reality works, or stuff like that. We come up with these conclusions, and then here we go. And so maybe from that very moment where this trauma, where you got scared for the first time, it froze, and here you are, the entire spiritual world of the maybe God, which constantly punishes you for bad deeds, or your shame, which comes with sometimes with some additional religion to it, Islam, whatever type of religion, uh, shows you that, well, that is exactly what you're gonna get if you're this guilty, filthy, horrible type of person, and that's what you for some reason might be believing, and that's exactly the way it's gonna come to you. I mean, maybe not, but maybe it will. It's just the thing for you to take a look at and try to investigate further if you've had enough, if you're really ready for that. If not, just go do something else, you know. But this is the key if you want to change something. Easily, directly, in the fastest way. And it is incredible. Once you felt it, coming back to the topic of how actually to do that, okay, you felt it, you've breathed through it, and later you still have sometimes, by the way, sometimes just breathing is enough, but sometimes you still have some belief, or well, you're just sure that things work a certain way, and it's almost like really logical to you because you've seen that experience before. By the way, that's also interesting because of course you've seen that experience before because you've been believing this for who knows how long, and then if the universe is actually your external body, then it just reflected what you believed back at you, which just reaffirmed your belief systems, which basically is how our lives work. Really. You don't have to believe me. But if you try investigating, feeling, digging, seeing patterns, and if you try this thing at least once, really like going into the feeling, and if at one point you will feel it enough, breathe into it enough, and it will actually dissolve, and you will, so keep doing it, because at one point it will start dissolving, and then if you keep going, and still feel it, and still thinking of the situation and stuff like that, it will dissolve for 100%, but there is 100% to dissolve it, and if you dissolve it for 10% and then you drop it, then 90% is still there. So what I mean is go fully into it and work and dissolve it completely. So then you will see how everything will change. And then you become addicted. At least that happens to me. I just saw how it worked. I've been always having so many questions about, like, why. I've been seeing these patterns all the time, which some people have it like that, some people have it like this, some people naturally seem to attract so much money, some people never do, and things like that. I've gone through Christianity, I'd say all types, except for Catholic, but yeah, then I went into Buddhism and stuff like that, and different types of Buddhism. Didn't work for me because a lot of things were still untouched and unanswered. I felt like all the time one of those kind of gives you some answers but excludes all others, and one way or another I definitely saw that all of them work in their own way, and that's where I had zero answers. Even Reiki, I've tried a lot. Let's say I've got all the initiations and stuff like that, not all of it, but a lot, and it was working. Everything was working, everything I was into was working, and that's that was exactly the thing which didn't work for me, which didn't let me understand what's up, because how come everything's working but every one of them excludes all others? And that's when I came into spirituality, and that's when I understood that if the universe is your external body, which at the beginning I didn't understand, like this entire thing of matrix and illusion of the soul and things like that. It sounded like a complete black magic. But as I've gone further into it, everything made sense, and how we manifest, kind of, but we actually just create everything, and the spiritual world as well, and all the things and all the symptoms, and how there's this word, what is it in this like 3D, I think it's called psychosomatics, something like that, yeah. So it can be, it's called different names in different sciences and stuff like that, but eventually it's all clicked and made sense for me. And when I've seen how it worked, this going into things and dissolving, and then seeing how reality changes, I have no doubt at this point. You are free to investigate yourself. Actually, that would be amazing if you did. But yeah, sometimes you also need to change it on the conscious level. So let's say on my unconscious level, on this feeling level, you've dissolved it, but then it seems logic on the conscious level still. Well, perfect. Then just like write it down. What do you believe? And then ask yourself, am I 100% sure, like 100,000% sure that it works only this way? This is like the only universal truth. Yeah. Well, if you've dissolved the feelings, then your feelings won't naturally drag you to the point of the polarity where it is true, and then you'll be able to actually look at it really. And you know what? No, it's like, it's never truth for the entire population of Earth, right? It means it might have been truth before, but if you are the one creating this reality, can you like change it? Okay, and you know what, like you really can, if you don't have the emotions behind it. If you've dissolved emotions behind it, it literally has no trigger inside of you, and therefore you become more open to other possibilities. And if you just don't believe that anything else is possible, just ask yourself, okay, like what else can be possible? And that's it, just explore, and that will give you a lot. Really. And another thing is that a lot of things and layers might come up one after another. So fortunately or not, we have a lot of layers sometimes, and once we've worked on one, it's already enough for a lot of things to change. But another one might come up, and explore it. Don't be scared. It's okay. You can just give yourself time or dive into it right away and dissolve the feelings, and then rinse and repeat, basically. For example, a funny thing, you might like it. I have this acne, which appeared 2 days ago, out of nowhere. I haven't been eating anything that usually provokes it. And then I tried to see what happened, what did I believe, what might be the reason. And it turned out that the day before, I came to my mom and said, I want to come to face massage to you because finally my face cleared and now I have no acne. and we agreed that I will come to massage. It's a face massage, and I thought I liked it. I thought I liked coming to her for it. She's doing it for people, and turns out this happens the next day. So turned out basically I don't really want to do that. And what was interesting, because I tried to investigate further, because for half a year I've been having severe acne. Um, then it cleared, and it cleared like a month ago or a bit more than that. But yeah, and before I had this acne, and I tried to understand whether I wanted to come to my mom for this massage before this happened. Because before that, for 1 year, my skin was clear. And yes, exactly. At some point, I just wanted to keep coming to her, and it appeared. And you know what? It was clearing, and every time I wanted to sign up for this massage again, uh, the acne was flaring again. So yeah, that's just one of the experiences of how it works. And I decided that yeah, I went into how I feel, and I realized I don't actually like to come for this massage to my mom, and because of that, I was creating this acne for myself every time to keep me away from it. Which, on the conscious level, I was 100% sure that that's exactly what I wanted, and I was coming to her and asking her to sign me for it myself. And that's just very interesting. I believe that's the very definition of the word self sabotage. Basically, what we call self sabotage, and can't find the reason. Well, it's just basically because something doesn't internally suit us, and we don't spend enough time trying to understand what about it doesn't suit us. And then our external body um, just in a very kind way facilitates this, what we don't actually want. It takes it away or keeps it away from us so that we are safe and getting what we actually want. So that's the way it works, and I find it fascinating. If you've watched this video till the very end, thank you very much. I'm very grateful and just happy. I hope you're okay. I hope it made sense at least a little bit. So, thank you, and hopefully, see you soon.